How can country folks save America? The world is changing, but no one knows what they can do about it. Once we were a great industrial manufacturing giant, but we have all watched as American industries have left our borders for foreign lands and took our jobs with them. The price of oil goes down, but the price of gas stays high. People can't even watch TV without hearing about climate change, yet they can't see how it affects their lives. I grew up in a small town in rural Georgia and know that country folks have their own perspectives of the world. In this speech, I'd like to address this crowd and present to them their concerns they may have and a solution they may never have thought about. One day, oil will run out. The BP Statistical Review of World Energy in 2014 concluded that we will have exhausted our world oil supply by 2067 if we continue to extract oil at the same levels we do today. America has long been innovators of the world and must plan for this inevitability. Yes, we have become world leaders in oil production through fracking. But fracking is dangerous to well water, and according to a recent EPA report that cites several specific cases, we can't have that. I mean, what good country folks want to drink city water? No, we must protect the free water from the ground that God gave us. Without fracking, the U.S. will be forced to buy more oil from foreign countries. Right now, 13% of our oil comes from Saudi Arabia, 9% from Venezuela, and 4% from Russia. How can we send more money to a socialist country like Venezuela? Another option is to invest further in the Middle East, who doesn't share our core American values. And then there's Russia. Are us relying on Russia? As oil becomes scarcer, the nations with control of this resource will be able to yield more and more influence and power. There's also the problem of American jobs. Just because a company is based in the U.S. doesn't mean it products are manufactured here. GM, Chrysler, and Ford all claim to be American-made, but most of their vehicles are assembled or use parts from other countries. To be called American-made, all a vehicle has to have is 75% of its parts made in the U.S. and assembled here, according to Cars.com's American-Made Index. What's more, as Fortune.com's author Susan Calloway points out, 10 years ago when Cars.com began compiling the AMI, 29 vehicles made the cut. This year only 7 did. Ford and Chrysler didn't even make the 2015 list. Who cares if the big wigs of companies are American? We want to support the companies that give us jobs. We don't want to support companies that take bailouts with our tax money like General Motors and Chrysler while sending our jobs out of the country. The final point I have is the environment. You don't have to be a liberal, tree-hugging hippie to love the wonders of the American countryside. In fact, I believe good country folks should be the #1 voice of dissidence against pollution. The burning of non-renewable fossil fuels in factories and cars will ruin our fresh country air and pollute our rivers and lakes. This can have an enormous effect on our wildlife population. Can you imagine your favorite fishing spot being destroyed? Or catching bass the size of brim? What would happen if all 8-point bucks are gone? You can't brag about a 50-pound spike you shot this winter. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change says that burning fossil fuels is causing greenhouse gas. This means the world is getting warm enough to melt the polar ice caps and cause the oceans to rise up to 3.5 feet. This could put your small town underwater, or worse, make it prime oceanfront property. Next thing you know, your small town is New Miami. No, we are the backbone of America, and we must do all we can to protect it. Just take one look at China and the pollution that has run their land. If the communists want to destroy the earth, then it's up to the freedom and democracy to save it. How can we help, you may ask? Must we sit idle by and watch our country fall into misery? Has God forsaken our great land? Of course not. God loves America. There is a solution, and each and every one of you today can pitch in. The way we save it is to buy a Tesla. Tesla Motors is an electric car and battery systems company founded and ran by Elon Musk. How can buying an electric car remedy all these problems? Let me explain. For starters, their cars are electric, so they will not need gasoline or diesel fuel to run off of. If everyone in America had a Tesla, we wouldn't need to worry about inevitable oil shortages. These cars are powered by the wonder of electrical energy. America's own coal, natural gas, and nuclear plants can supply our transportation's energy needs. The same BP report says that coal supply will not be exhausted for another 126 years. The best part is the United States is the second largest producer of oil and will be insulated temporarily from the end of oil. Now I know what you were about to say. If the cars are electrically charged and electricity is produced by burning fossil fuels in large power plants, then how are we helping the environment? Well, power plants are much more efficient than individual combustion engines. But that's not a long-term solution. Elon Musk, the founder of Tesla, outlined the plan in his blog. He owns another company called Solar City that designs, sells, and installs solar panels. Solar City is building a plant in New York, more American jobs, that will produce solar panels at a massive scale, reducing the cost of panels. These will be used to create solar electric farms as well as being installed on residential and businesses. While this is happening, Tesla has built the Powerwall home battery pack that can store unused solar energy for later consumption. In conjunction, these two companies could make your home energy independent in the near future with clean solar energy. At this point, you're thinking, okay, Tesla can help with the oil crisis and the environment. But how does it bring us jobs? The answer is manufacturing. Tesla Motors currently meets the minimum requirements to be considered an American manufacturing company according to the American Made Index. However, Tesla is building a new gigafactory in Nevada that, when completed, will make their cars 90% made in the United States and make Tesla the most American car company. This number is roughly 20% higher than the F-150 is today. The more we buy from Tesla, the more jobs will be needed. I know what a lot of you were saying, but I love my pickup. Well, I guess you're just going to have to ask yourself, do I love my pickup more than my country? Friends, I want you to imagine with me for a second. America as it could be. A nation leading the world in electrical vehicle manufacturing and solar energy. We will have saved the world from destruction once again, like we always do. Those smug Europeans will once again have to look at America for guidance and leadership. Our enemies will fall into destitution without the revenue they receive from oil and natural gas. And the American people will be strong again, rich from the jobs created by new industry, and relieved of the old burden that has held them down. America is changing, brothers and sisters. We are the change. It is now time to sell that gas-guzzling pickup. Call up Tesla Motors. Tell them you want a new car. No, not a car. The future.
Samzito, we need a Tesla.